As soon as they joined up, they immediately had their bands, I think, copy, passed out, ready to go. So game number 2, we are doing our 4 bands before the break, and the bands are Jax, Caston, Urgot, and Jace. So, 2 J's, a K, and a U. Yep, we don't want to see any of them. Urgot, bottom lane, great. Jace, overpowered. Caston, same idea. Jax, kind of a snowball-y kind of character, can really start hitting hard into that late game. And again, with this 10-band system, we'll probably see some new, different strategies out there, or at least maybe just new to me.
Could be new to me too. I love when just something new happens on the stream, and then it just screws up the ladder for like 3 weeks after it as people are trying to figure out how the hell it works. Half-hearted playing Brand, for example. People are like, "Oh, Brand is so bad." It's like, why would you ever play Brand? You know, oh, he's terrible. And then Half-hearted just destroyed the world of Brand, and everyone starts playing Brand at once. You hit Brands all the time on the ladder, and you're like, what's going on here? Why is everyone playing Brand?
Yep.
It's awesome
Exactly.
when I get to see something like that happen.
It's exactly the same. Summoner's Rift, you follow the top pros, you see what they do, and you're like, oh, I don't know why they did that, and then they did awesome. Same idea here. You watch these top Dominion players, oh, well, that was weird. That was interesting. Bam, instantly. Dominion solo queue, you see exactly what they were doing. It's called the meta shift, and it is a beautiful thing. So, team left, you know, pays Evelynn child support. Captain Booberry, I remember that guy. He was there. Panzers, Confetarius. I do remember some good times with Confetarius in that bot lane, but you know what's the plan these days? How does pays Evelynn child support work?
Pays Evelynn child support has in-feed Nunu has been a big thing. You see Nunu getting banned out right at the end next. I want to make sure that he does not get a hold of that. Booberry's kind of calmed down on the Malphite play a little bit, also because Malphite does tend to get banned as well. And we've been seeing a lot of Swain out of Booberry. I think Booberry is the one that plays Swain. Painkiller's been playing a lot of Amumu. Painkiller's survival method still very much a thing as things have gone on. Panzer is a little bit hit and miss on whether he's in games or not, but that's just because of the time of day where he's at. And Confedarius can't really play that Jax anymore that we saw him play very early on in Dominate Dominion timeline. Jax tends to get banned out, and he's kind of expanded. We don't see him do that bottom lane Ahri very much either anymore. He's changed up his champions a little bit. So seeing a Wukong get through is nice. We'll be able to do a little bit of a highlight on his play because he usually gets banned out, so I get a chance to you viewers get a chance to see that. We get a chance to talk about it a little bit more. Over on point defense, Necrogen's really been in favor of that Diana. Zaber's been playing a couple of different things. We've been seeing a lot more Fizz play. I think Eulalia made that really popular a couple weeks ago when she played Fizz. I was just killing nerds left and right. It was great. And Ezreal's just an awesome AD champ.
Yep.
Just because of his artificially extended range. He's like, he can just suddenly be closer, which means he reaches a little bit further than you think he does. He's also a little bit further away from you, so when you try and go for a hit, he could be like back further with that arcade shift. What's that? It's like Schrodinger's Ezreal. You don't know exactly where he is, but you know what he's gonna do to you, and you don't like it.
Schrodinger's Ezreal. Ah, dude, we need to hang out more. That was awesome. Yeah, Darius, Poppy, Ram is out. Lulu, Pantheon, Nunu, as you said, Nunu targeted ban. We don't like. Is it still like a sustained tanky Nunu bot lane? Is that the deal with Nunu?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's very good bottom lane champion. Infeed plays Nunu like
Ridiculous.
crazy good. I watch people play Nunu, then I watch Infeed do it, and I'm like, whoa, he's like so much better. It's very like awesomely powerful. He just does so well with it. I watched him bully Jaja Udyr out of lane once with Nunu, and I'm like, what? That doesn't make any sense.
That's impressive. Jaja, Udyr bot lane, lots of Dorans into lots of armor and lifesteal. It's just ridiculous sustain. But actually, there was a video that came out. What was it? 2 weeks ago. A top lane tank sustain Nunu can solo Baron in 15 minutes. So.
Wow.
Yeah. That's how powerful that champion is, and people don't think about it. They're like, oh, he's a jungler, whatever. Oh, he's a support, whatever. No, you got to think of it a little bit outside the box, and that's the kind of innovation we like to see.
Yeah, Baron's just like a giant hot dog to him, I guess, with that consume. But reviewing the bans once again here, I just scroll up because I posted them in the chat and I forgot what they were.
Jax,
we're seeing Jax, Caston, Urgot. Jace was the last one, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, Jax just does a lot of damage. He's tanky. his Counter-Strike can do a ton of damage. Yorick slipping through. Might get to see that. That would be pretty cool.
Yorick
Some
bot lane.
cast and ban for the high mobility. Urgot for being a good bottom lane with long range, and Terror Capacitor means he can be there for a while. He sort of blocks shots, as it were, with that extra hit points or shield, or I don't know what you call those gray hit points. Extra gray hit points.
Shields.
And shields? Okay, they're called shields?
Yeah.
All right. And Jace with the really long range poke and does a lot of good damage in close combat as well.
Yep. As I said, Jax can really start hurting after he gets a little bit of snowball. Get a Trinity, get Last Whisper, and just Frozen Heart. Yeah, just destroy kids, no problem. Of course, I'm a little bit out of the loop. That used to be what it used to do. If I can take an Urgot in solo queue, I will. And but we're not talking about solo queue. So yeah, Swain coming out with Captain Blueberry taking that Swain shirt. In feed with the team up. We got an Amumu in there, didn't say anything about that, but I like it. A lot of AoE on his part. AP at Mumu can wreck kids for sure. Still with me? Am I still with me? I think I lost him. Am I still alive? Gander. Oh, says Gander's offline. You guys can hear me, right? Give me a hoo-ha in the chat if you can hear me. Otherwise, this is going to look fairly silly on my part. Okay, no, you can still hear me. Okay, cool. Well, I don't know where Gander's going or what happened, but he'll come back. No worries. Alright. My mic is quiet. I don't know why, but so yeah, Wukong up there with a Yorick. Probably gonna see that Yorick bot lane. At least that's my feeling on it. But Wukong, sleeper OP way back in when last time I started paying attention to Dominion. So it's looking like a fairly solid team. But let's see what team defense, point defense here has to say. Sauron, Necrogen, High People, Zaberz, Lissik, and again we see Zaberz on that Rengar. So if I recall, and now that we've started this, I can actually take away that. Looking at Rengar, going to take a quick look at his runes masteries. Different this round. That's because he's on a Mumu for some reason. Armor, penetration, magic move speed. So last time we saw a very offensive-minded Rengar. This time, still looks like AD masteries, but a little bit more armor and a little bit more move speed, actually, which probably go out good for him. Zaber was very impressive with his Rengar jumps everywhere. And I'm going to bring back a little bit of music. There we go. More good music, courtesy of Rainwave. Love those guys. Zyra. I haven't seen a Zyra, actually, in this quite yet, but let's check out what she's rocking. Some armor, magic penetration, some flat AP, as well as a little bit of magic resist, and her mastery is 9/120, so more in terms of utility than anything. Now, I know that Zyra, Summoner's Rift, you can run her mid, you can run her support. I'm very curious to see what High Peoples is going to run this round. High Peoples was our Fizz last round, so he did some really good work there. Not exactly the same playstyle, so we're going to have to see how that works out. Sauron, bottom. Nope, it's going to be Necrogen bottom with that Diana. So Sauron, not bottom Ezreal. We're going to have to see how that works. Come on, back to me, Gander. Anytime you want, brother. 21-1-8. Nothing too bad. Lots of AD. Runes look a little bit more tankier than... Actually, these are the same as, I think, the Gangplank that we saw last round. Does look very similar at any rate. And yeah, about a minute left to go. Nope, he's back offline. Say a little prayer for Gander's internet, guys. He's having some issues. I want to see what Painkiller's going to be rocking for this Amumu, because I know the power of an Amumu. I know what he does. It's pretty much just pure awesome what he does bring to it. But armor, magic penetration, magic resist, and masteries, more defensive. So I'm not too sure if we're going to see more of an AP Amumu. The indication here is certainly that he's tanked up quite a bit, all the way down into the magic penetration, cooldown reduction, and increased max health by 3%. Yeah, I'll take that any day of the week. But we are going to get game number 2 rolling here just a few seconds. Got about 20 seconds left on the clock, waiting for Gander to get back in here. Come back to me, my knowledgeable son of a bitch, you. But yeah, game number 2, it is going to be Pays Evelynn child support here on the left-hand side, and it will be point defense, reigning champions from last round. That's exactly why they're here into this round, and we're going to be seeing them on the purple. Good game, well played, good luck, have fun. Gander's even back. Wait for him to jump in here. Give me a call, bro. And did my screen corner bug? It might have. I'm not too sure. What's up, Gander?
Not a lot. My internet freaked out. It was too excited for this game that it was like, oh, it just like went into shock or something, I guess. I
couldn't handle it.
Yeah. It just came back a second ago. It up for a moment. Are you loaded or?
We're loading in, but I'm at corner bug. So.
Okay.
And
I'm at the champ select screen right now. So, but it's like frozen on that.
Oh, I think my game crashed.
Oh, what? Don't do that, game. This game's too cool for us, man. Can't be in it.
My game disappeared. I don't have a reconnect bar.
Huh.
Yes.
Wow, yours crashed too?
My game disappeared.
Oh.
Well, I'm gonna relog into the client.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to relog too.
Shiza Manelli. Not good. Not good, Riot. Not good. The in-feed curse strikes again. Apparently this happens a lot.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Thanks for warning me. Actually, you got disconnected, so...
Every time we try and watch an in-feed game, man, that's when we always have the technical hiccups.
Serious?
Yeah, it's almost always in-feed games. Like 90% of them where we have a technical error.
Man,
in-feed.
oh man, we gotta get this guy a name change. Serious.
I know. Someone he's got some RP, I'm pretty sure.
Alright, well
Change
I'm getting back in here.
Yeah, I just restarted my client.
Everyone's loading in. We might miss a few seconds of the buying phase, but VOD should be good to go. Hopefully within a minute of starting time. Not gonna miss too much here, guys. But again, get hype. Kex, you know, top team here in Dominate Dominion on our blue team. In-feed, Booberry, Painkiller, Panzers, Confitarius. And we do, of course, have our advancers. Point Defense doing a very close game. 14-0, round 1. Not something you see every day. But yeah, they did masterfully get through that game. And yes, I am now in... Goodbye, music. Hello, spectator mode. And let me know
I got a
when
login queue of 28. What?
Serious?
Yeah.
That's not
wait
cool.
3 seconds.
Sauron's kind of going crazy. He has a lot of light coming out of his eye. But
That's
yeah.
a little spooky.
Right hand side, guys. Sauron, Necrogen, High People, Zaber Z, and Lysic. They're going to be your point defense today. Does look like Necrogen going back into that bottom lane. And his opponent, of course, is going to be Confitarius, that bottom lane Yorick. Aw, yeah. Panzer's going to go for that mid as well as Zengar. Zaber. And, yeah, business as normal. Don't really see too much of ill here. Let me know when you do get in, good sir.
Yeah, I just hit the loading screen. I gotta load in and...
Oh, I like that maneuver. Following Captain Booberry into the top, they actually went around behind, cut off 2 of point defense from Lysic, and they were able to just basically insta-give that Zyra. Really good first blood coming out for Paizo and Child support, and it does look like they have the big upper hand in this top lane. We are trying to zone out point defense at this point, but Swain is unfortunately just going to pay for it with his life. Out goes those revives. We're going to come back up into here. Zyra now going to be making a triumphant return. Is going to stop in-feed from Cap, and we're at like 1% to get that point. And now point defense is actually looking really good. In goes the Amumu with the cry. He's going to go for the kill on top of Sauron, but no, Sauron's going to run right into Captain Booberry. Is going to go dropping down at the same moment. Saber Z not looking so good. He's going to have to run, but Lysic and High People is able to really get Panzers out of the equation. The point still not capped, but it is still good looking for Paizo and Child support. High People is dropping really slowly, very slowly, but Panzer is dropping much more quickly. Does look like Zengar able to go down. Zengar? Wow. Rengar going down. Swain dropping as well, and still the fight is going on in this top lane. Teemo able to clean up Ezreal, so Sauron is out of it as well. Rengar now coming back after his very lengthy death, and Lysic going to be dropping to the poison. This point is still not capped, Gandar. It is still not capped.
What's the timestamp at?
309.
That's a long time for it to be uncapped.
Here comes Saber trying to keep Painkiller off this point. Infeed with the poison, maybe going for high peoples. Here comes Panzer. Panzer had gone through the other way, but no, the level 6 on Painkiller able to put Zyra into her place, and Saber dropping to the monkey. Panzer able to pick up that kill, not a problem. So we still have 3 of Pay's Evelynn Child support keeping that top. They finally put it into their lane, and now Sauron in this bottom lane able to take out Confitarius, because it does look like Necrogen did drop to a fight during that entire 3-minute span in that top lane. Oh my goodness. So we're at 345. We finally got 3 points to the name of Pex, our blue team. And now the points are starting to roll. In terms of kills, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1. So that makes 8 kills to the 5 that point defense was able to accumulate. That's how many kills went down that top lane, Gander.
Wow. And coming into the game just after the tower gets captured, catching up with reality here. What's your timestamp, Adam? At 438, 439, 440?
410, 12, 13. I'm like
what?
30 seconds way behind. Yeah, I don't know why.
Behind me? I got an after you. What?
Don't ask me. 420, 21, 22.
Did your jump to live button able to hit?
I can. Am I gonna miss anything?
Well, you catch up to the future. Garrison goes down at the top of the map with sliver of health up there. Booberry was behind the point to deliver that. Interrupt 4 people from trying to capture that. Dives onto the point though, but not really a lot of mana to sustain his ult for very long, unfortunately. Has to turn it off almost immediately after turning it back on. And the members of point defense are all just so low on health they have to retreat. Pay's Evelynn Child support able to tentatively secure that top point for the time being.
Yeah, they still have it, 476 to 409, but just like whose line is it anyway, the points really don't matter at this stage of the game. I have now jumped to live, so Gander, 533, 34,
yep.
35, excellent, thumbs up. You can't see it, but I gave you a thumbs up.
Woo!
Necrogen getting really buoyed in that bottom lane, and that Yorick bot lane, it can really do a lot of sustain, a lot of harass. Here comes Sauron trying to just ease the pressure. Confitarius, however, is pretty much man-moding it at this point. He's going to go 2-on-1. He is going to juke out that ultimate. Here comes Saber Z. Might be able to clean this up, but with Lysic and Sauron and Necrogen, it's a 4-lane bot party.
Rengar was all over that, and now Teemo Infeed being backed up to his point there as Zyra's playing around the top lane, but gets a good snare on Panzers. Might be able to get away from that, but we'll see if Swain is going to be able to land that don't move. We're going to see he's going around on the side there. High People's going for that AoE. Gets the airborne off on Panzers, and Captain Booberry trying to snare his teammate, it looked like for a moment. There gets the kill on Zyra right there. And Panzers, that was really scary. Almost getting tagged by that Zyra passive, but was able to make it out okay. Now, Amumu up at the top by himself. Sauron and Zabers, Rengar, and Ezreal up there at the top. Lysic's Maokai comes in. Painkiller dives out for it. Throws down the Garrison. Throws down the ultimate. Does as much damage as he can to try and delay that up at the top. Booberry turns on the ultimate and goes in, splashing some damage onto Lysic, trying to position himself in a place where his Ravenous Flock hits as many people as possible, but is going to go down. And now Infeed, nice straight lines up to the top, one champ after another, but Panzers, it's ult bait right there. He opts to go for Zabers and shut him down, trying to cut in behind, go for Sauron. No, he decides to give it up, instead opting to go towards the top, and Infeed, just a little late with the mushroom, trying to drop that on Maokai, wasn't able to get that. The top point is still really low. Point defense has been doing a very good job of pressuring so far.
Yeah, a little bit mistiming on that mushroom, but at the same time, I was looking at Maokai and I realized, Maokai is going to do a great job of nullifying a lot of the AoE that we're going to be bringing to the table here from Pay's Evelynn Child support. I mean, we got the Brand AoE, we got the Amumu AoE, and the Monkey AoE. So that Maokai, I think, is just a really top-notch pick on their part. And out goes that Amumu trying to clear out these waves. The wave's so close to bringing it down. How is that still alive? We just need, like, one creep hit. That's all we need. One creep hit. So borderline gone. And here we go. Painkiller jumping in. Infeed in the top, trying to lay down some of that poison, but it's just not enough. They can't get an angle into this 4-man point defense.
Panzer's going to stealth back a little bit from that point. Painkiller going to go ahead and recall, and they're just going to let them have that point. They're going to regroup. They're going to make another play here. Captain Booberry taking that Storm Shield in the middle of the map. That bird on his shoulder is not flapping its wings at the correct amount that it would need to maintain a hovering status. I don't know what's up with that bird. It's like magical or something. Down at the bottom, Confederate's got a creep wave pushed up against Necrogen there, and with Painkiller coming down, gets that stealth, comes in there, throws an exhaust down on her. Panzer suddenly to the left, following Diana with that dash as she hit her Lunar Rush, I believe it's called. And Zaber's now getting deflected by Infeed. Infeed taking a lot of damage right there. Captain Blueberry not able to land the snare, unfortunately. Infeed's going to go ahead and step back, let Captain Blueberry body block him just a little bit. And Zabers has got that stealth going on, but isn't able to connect with Teemo.
Yeah, a little bit of a disconnect there. Apparently I said brand on champions. I don't know. I don't know why I would have said brand, but if I did, I apologize. And yeah, while all that was going on, this midpoint, however, up at the factory does get pretty much taken out. I mean, it's pretty much close at this point to being point defense. Blueberry coming in for that support on Swain, who is not brand, and he is able to clean that up a little bit. Can Lissick actually use the creeps to his advantage with the Zyra passive to cap the rest of this? I don't know, but this bottom point down at the factory, at the quarry, it is totally gone, and it is a 5-cap situation for point defense.
Point defense has seriously come to play today. 5 capture points against Pay's Evelynn child support, who just recently had a 5-week first place streak in these tournaments. Things aren't looking so great for them right now. There's still a lot of health left on each Nexus, however. It's still very early in the game comparatively, and they are able to get a kill down on the bomb. They begin turning that point around, though Rengar and Sauron are there with some nice play. They might be able to clean this up and get that point back. Confederates is going to get taken down, but has the ultimate available. Painkiller's over there. Sauron's going to look to connect. He's going to dive in. He's going to make that play for it, and not going to get him, unfortunately. Comes very close to doing so. Double kill for Painkiller.
It's kind of hard to burst down in Amumu. He already has that Glacial. He does the Negatron just to boot. And, you know, Ezreal does deal both. I would not be too surprised to see, indeed, the Negatron blasting should be an Abyssal coming out next for that Amumu. So, yeah, with that Glacial, not too surprising he's able to tank that, no problem. Infeed does drop in that top. High People is able to basically just burst him down with the help of Lissick. And now we do have 2 points back to the Evelynn name. And at this point, I don't know, there's only 50-point difference at the top. I mean, after having that 5 cap, I really would kind of expect a little bit more.
I thought they would be able to hold on to the pressure a little bit longer, but things got turned around for them down by the quarry while that was going on, where they were able to get Sauron. Sauron was not able to get Painkiller. That engagement down there really didn't quite go as well as it could have. Necrogen taking down Yorick bottom, but is going to hang back. Yeah, Necrogen kind of gets a sense of, hey, everyone else is missing from the map. I'm going to go ahead and retreat a little bit, and wisely so, because Captain Blueberry is right there.
I don't think
fight with him.
I don't think Necrogen cares.
No, Necrogen, there is a level of cares, and they're just leaking out of his care cup. Up at the top, a Garrison has gone down, defensive Garrison on that point. Panzer's getting a very good airborne off there. Throwing down an exhaust on Lissick. Not sure how much I feel about that. Maybe for the extra damage from the mastery, maybe for the damage reduction from his Maelstrom. Not quite sure. Creeps chipping away at that. They're not. Ooh, Painkiller! Great bandage toss by Painkiller. Taking Maokai down right there, enabling him to get to that point. But they are ult bait for Zyra as she's coming up from the bottom. Where is she gonna not connect right away? A little bit of luck. Painkiller and Infeed might be able to get out of this one piece, or are they going to stay up here to delay? We're going to find out. Wukong coming up from the bottom there. Painkiller still has a lot of mana. Doesn't want to go back quite yet because he can still contribute to these fights. And he does have his ultimate available. So one good bandage toss ult. Oh my god! Sauron, Painkiller's survival method up at the top of the map. We'll see. Gonna go over, gonna drop that ult. Yes, he is! Had used that mana before he died. Sauron was not able to take him out. Good ult by Sauron, however, and Lissick up there with the ultimate active, reducing a lot of that incoming damage, helping him stay alive a little bit longer. But between Blueberry and Infeed, they were able to get him down.
Yeah, some massive team fights going on in this top quadrant. This windmill, again, you know, the blades of death. I swear to God, everything just happens in this top lane. Painkiller coming in from behind, missing the skill shot on top of Peoples, but Peoples about to drop, throws out that ultimate, just tries to crash Infeed, but it's not going to be enough. Even with the passive, both of point defense go down in this top lane. So once again, 3-cap advantage going to Evelynn, and if they can hold on, you know, we're going to see a little bit more even in terms of the point values. Now, Confeteris, he's had his work cut out for him in this bottom lane. He's 4 and 8. He has not been having a super great lane in that bottom lane. But the good news is he does have that Trinity now set up, as well as the Brutalizer, but he still only has those tier 1 boots. So, not exactly the best of cash flows.
We were asking earlier about changing trends since the last time we cast. We're seeing a lot more Hextech Sweepers. You can see one of them on Teemo there. Infeed's got one built, but there's an engagement in the middle of the map over the Storm Relics. Lisk doing a very good job of staying inside of the cookies. Cookies are a very good thing to have. You want to keep them around you at all times. Keep the cookies around you because you want them to be within arm's reach, reduces that incoming damage. And nothing big came out of that engagement. Both teams kind of just exchanged some blows, then backed off. But they're grouping up for a big play on the windmill right now. There's no other contestant right now. The Teemo Mushroom, they're outside the fog of war. They know exactly what's going on, but they have a giant creep wave up there. Garrison gets thrown down, but how much is it going to affect things? Zyra gets destroyed immediately, but Listic throws down the Maelstrom and jumps out of it promptly, however, trying to throw down some damage, but with 4 people putting it hurt on him, it's not going to work.
Yeah, point defense getting deleted absolutely in that top lane. I don't think we dropped a single... No, we did not. We did not drop a single Evelynn member right there in that defense, so big props to them. It does look like Necrogen, again, still trying to put the hurt here on the Confitarius, and Confitarius able to really just rebuff it. Just that much better. Now, Diana in that bottom lane, she does have that Chalice. Does look like maybe Rylai's coming out next, but to really deal with this Yorick, she does have herself that Frozen Heart. 10-5 for Sauron on Ezreal. A lot of kills to his name right now.
Nice bandage toss by Painkiller, but good follow-up Arcane Shift by Sauron, getting right out of there before anything bad could really happen to him. Missing with the Airborne a little bit. That is okay. It was more of a warning shot than anything else. You can see the mushrooms all over the place. Got a sapling gift right over there. It's totally wrapped. And up at the top, we got another push going on, but Pax really active on the defense, quickly able to get Zira down, going for Sauron now. Painkiller lands a bandage toss on him, but Sauron follows up, keeping that Arcane Shift off cooldown until he absolutely needed it. Good choice by Sauron there, able to escape that fight.
Yeah, unfortunately for him, Confitarius not able to escape that. He has died, had to use his ultimate, but ultimate is another great, sustain for your lane. Of course, keeps you around, keeps you fighting, and doesn't let them cap that point. More kills going down up top. Sauron does drop, and unfortunately for them, Evelynn did have to have infeed in that bottom, so it was not exactly a 4-on-4. Booberry still going head to toe here with Listic. It does look like, however, Listic will drop, cannot match that sustain, and Godlight coming out for the Captain Booberry in that top lane. He should be able to keep it neutral. I'm not too sure he's going to be able to cap that.
Rengar coming up.
Just barely.
Active, though. Wants to make a move, but nope. A little bit shy of diving into that tower. Doesn't want to take all of that extra damage there. Amumu hanging out in the middle. Painkiller, Hextech Sweeper goes off in the middle over there. High People's throwing that down in the bushes. He wants to make sure there's no one there. Painkiller lands a good bandage toss, but there was no one to follow up on it. Panzers was a little bit too far away to be able to get in and connect to that fight. And Booberry had gone back for mana up at the top. So good bandage toss, but that could have gone really poorly if the other members of point defense were there when that happened.
So at one point we had point defense holding all 5 key nodes in their fists, and now they are looking a bit more on the defensive and lower side of the points. 189 to 127, only about 17 minutes into the game. So FaZe Evelynn Child Support has really bounced back very nicely to this game. Necrogen is going to be trying to go in here on top of Confitarius, but Confitarius with that ultimate does pop it out. Sauron now here is going to be able to essentially just kill him. Yeah, he goes down. Sauron might be paying for it. We do have the exhaust coming out. Here comes the rest of the team, and now all of a sudden it's an Arab in this bottom lane. How did Necrogen live out of that? It's just a little bit of health to his name. Panzer, could he go for the Sauron kill? Infeed might actually be going for it as well, but no. It does look like we're going to be content to try to take this point. Sauron just being a real big pain in the ass at this point with that poke, that long-range poke, doing an excellent job of just keeping these two busy. But the one dart Infeed grabs the kill.
Yeah, I just got a little bit too close there, and Infeed was able to get that off. Now, one of the mushrooms from Infeed was able to sort of got an engagement up at the top, just got up there. Painkiller getting taken out after a drawn-out engagement with Maokai and Zyra, but Booberry is up there, able to sweep that up, picks up the legendary up at the top. And Zabers and Necrogen coming down to the Boneyard to pick that up. What was saying a moment ago before that fight broke out up at the top, and I got the camera up there, was that a Teemo Mushroom sort of tipped off the team. Saw Sauron going down there to gank while Payzev and Shotspot were setting up to the windmill. But the second that he run into distance to that Mushroom, Pex just started sweeping down to the bottom, and that whole engagement was just simply because Infeed had very, very good mushroom placement on the map so far. He's been very active. You can see that spread all over the bottom, all over the top of the map. He's not just actively doing the top of the map like a lot of Teemos will. A lot of Teemos just kind of hang out up there, be like, I'm on the top, I'm top Teemo, I'm gonna hang around up there, I'm gonna shoot at Infeed, or I'm gonna shoot darts at Sauron. Lissa getting stopped with a never move right there. Fight about to break out, maybe.
Yeah, still big top lane aggression. We do got that bottom point now back into Necrogen's favor, but not too sure it's going to be enough. This Swain has done work this game. 13-5-7, a lot of cash to his name, a lot of points to his name as well. Over 1,200 points accumulated. And at this point, it's just a game of defense. All we have to do is hold on another 20 seconds or so. It is not looking good for point defense. They are, again, on this defensive.
Infeed with a very good Hex-Tech sweeper. Had a feeling that Zabers was coming up and damn near revealed him with it, forcing Zabers to turn around and go back. Infeed saving himself right there from that. Good play by him. And point defense needs to make this play happen to get this neutral, or they're going to lose the game. Got the Venn diagram going down right there between Zyra and Maokai.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Just not having the survivability.
That was 4 for 0. That was 4 for 0. Pays Evelynn child support, bringing the pain to this match. Necrogen not looking so hot, but Confitarius, all he has to do to sit at this point and spam a lap, and it does look like Pays Evelynn child support, they are that top team tier. Moving on here in Dominate Dominion number 22 with a nice 20-minute win over top of point defense. Good game, well played, and again, 14-5 Swain, going legendary. That was impressive.
MVP.
Serious.
MVP right there, man.
Serious.
And Infeed with great mushroom placement all game. Pays Evelynn child support was able to take that game.
Full serious. Wow. No, good game, well played around. And somebody made the comment that it's not all about the killing power of Yorick, it's all about his sustain. And yes, I do agree. It's all about his sustain. You can have 10 deaths, 4 kills, 3 assists. That's exactly what he has. 831 points, but you keep your lane, and that's all you need to do. It's a good game, well played overall. So that means we're going on to game number 3, and who would that be, Mr. Gender?
Well, the finals is going to be one team versus another team. I'm taking a couple of quick post-game screenies. Like to, someone made a request a while ago. They start screenshotting the grids from the post-game lobby, like all the numerical stats, healing done, damage done, etc. So I'm trying to throw those down real quick. The finals, though, are going to be Pays Evelynn child support versus... Not sure, because I'm not looking at it.
I like that, though. The finals, Team 1 against Team 2. That's how we're going to do it. It's revolutionary, I know.
There was a team called Who Cares one week, and people thought that I was being a jerk. They're like, look at this caster. He doesn't even he's just like, oh, this team, who cares what they are? He's so bad. I'm like, no, that's actually what they're called.
So who's in the finals? Who cares? I get it. Yeah. Casting life, bro. Gotta watch your shoulders.
Waiting for the troll bait names. People start making teams, just random dudes just to get us to say weird stuff.
I got
playing certain champs, so be like Brand from Is Terrible, and it's like Is Terrible Brand, and it's like what?
So I got Feedski here on my back. He's saying blind pick bandits up against Pays Evelynn child support. It's something I think you guys are pretty used to by now, but that will be our game 3 coming up, and I do believe our finals. So guys, stick around. We're gonna have for you those finals coming up next here on Dominate Dominion. So grab a friend, grab a drink, and come on back. We're not going anywhere. And for Gorchester and Gander, we're gonna be here for you. So guys, come back, let's have some fun. We'll see you soon.